been a thorn to the Bobcats side since they joined the Sun Belt Conference in 2013, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. The Cats have taken on the Cajuns 4 times, and 4 times they've come up short. Tonight, Texas State is hoping that the 5th time is a charm as the Bobcats look for that elusive first win over the Cajuns in front of a nationally televised audience here in Lafayette. 2nd and 4 from the 11, 4 wide for Nunez, hand off to Regis, slicing to his left, cutting it back up the middle, stumbles into the end zone for the touchdown. Out of the gun is Williams for receivers, hand off to Taylor. Noel Williams kept it himself on the zone read. The ball came free, and the Cajuns pick it up. At the 40-yard line, Demarion Mitchell recovers the fumble from the Bobcat 2. Out of the shotgun, Nunez, one receiver either way. And check it, it's a Wildcat quarterback in there right now, Dion Ray. And Ray hands off to Regis, running up the middle, and turns out another Cajun touchdown, his 2nd tonight. 2 receivers either way, 3rd down and 9. Snap back to Nunez, 3-man rush, 8 in coverage. Nunez steps up, can run, cuts outside, and then he's cut down. How about the Bobcat out there in space making the play? Jordan Eastling at the 48-yard line. Nunez denied the first down, and that'll send out the Cajun punting unit. Freshman quarterback going to work right now. 2nd and 8 at the zone 37-yard line, working with 4 receivers. Here's a blitz from Louisiana. Pass over the middle, caught by the streaking Hutch White inside of midfield to the Cajun 49-yard line. What a strike from Jones. The Bobcats on 4th down this year, just 1 for 6. Jones under center. Motion from Taylor. Jones keeps it himself to his right and depends on the spot of the football. He was slung back by T.J. Posey, and they're going to mark him backwards. Back at the 30-yard line. Turnover on downs for Texas State. 1st down and 10 for the 14-yard line. 4 wide for Jones. It is a quarterback keeper up the middle, cutting to his right across the 20-yard line. He's still motoring across the 30, out of bounds at the 34-yard line. 1st down, Texas State. 1st and 10, Bobcat football at their own 34-yard line, down 14-0. 11:20 to go till halftime. Snap to Jones, quarterback keeper again, up the middle, 40-45, cutting left inside of midfield, down to the Cajun 46-yard line. 1st down. Empty backfield for Jones. Snap is back, a rollout to his left, looking, throws, hit as he throws, passes, caught. My goodness, what a catch by Hutch White at the 31-yard line, coming back to the football at a Bobcat 1st down. 1st down for the 31. Play fake. Jones has a receiver open. Elijah King makes the catch to the 45, off and running inside the 35-yard line and down to the Cajun 28. 1st down, Bobcats inside the Cajun 30-yard line. Wing either way. Out of the shotgun, Jones, zone read, and it is a running play. Taylor bounces to his left, 15, cutting to the left again, inside the 10, and powers down to the 7-yard line. That is 1st, 2nd, and 3rd effort by Anthony Taylor. Clapping for the snap. He'll take it, rolling right. Jones looking to his left now, still running, throws, end zone, intercepted at the goal line. And taking it back to the 11-yard line. On the pick, Tracy Walker, and Jones threw it right to him. 1 minute gone by, 3rd quarter, 14-zip Cajuns in the lead of the football. Play fake for Nunez, pressured, and he is sacked. Jordan Mitty got him by his ankle. Back at the 41-yard line, they'll lose 7. 2nd and 17. 3rd and 1, Nunez lines up with a pistol, ball at the right hash. Handoff Regis to his right, chopped down. 4th and short 2, the Bobcat 33. Motion from Bradley left to right. Handoff Regis up the right side, and he is denied. How about Brian London coming in to make the play? On 1st down for the 44, 2 receivers either way. Nunez back to throw. 4-man rush, Texas State. Pressured and sacks. Back at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Bobcat 23. Taylor motions out of the backfield, and Jones firing up a deep ball to the far side. Has Mobley the catch in stride inside the 35-yard line and down to the Cajun 28.
That ball was in the air for, 55 yards? And, folks, Willie Jones could not have run the football down there and placed it any better in Thurman Mobley's awaiting arms.
6 in the box for Louisiana. Quarterback keeper Jones running left, 20, 15. 15, slicing outside, breaks a tackle, 10, 5, dives out of bounds at around the 3-yard line. Jones out of the shotgun, motion from Schrade, left to right, back to his left. Snap to Jones, handoff Taylor, diving to his left into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State. Hoggins motions out of the backfield. Snap to Nunez. Bobcats dropping 8 in coverage. Pass tipped by Jordan Mitty and juggled and nearly intercepted, but ruled incomplete. Jordan Mitty at 6'3", 270. Jumped as high as he could to get a hand on the football and nearly picked it off. On first down, Jones off a play fake. Pass stripped. The ball was stripped rather loose on the ground, and the Cajuns recover. Off the edge, coming in for Louisiana is Shazir Malbrou, and the Cajuns have the football right back. 3 wide for Nunez, 2 to his right, single receiver to his left. Snap is back, play fake, throwing towards the back left corner of the end zone. Caught. What a catch by Keenan Barnes. Touchdown, Louisiana. Second down and 9 for the 26. Snap is back to Jones with a play fake, steps up and throws a laser over the middle, caught by Schrade, running left to the 45 and dives up to midfield. Another nice throw there by Jones. Here's a blitz from the Cajuns. Jones spins to his left, looking. The freshman throws on the run to Morbely. The catch inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. How about Willie Jones extending the play and makes the throw for the first down? Well, the Bobcats came to Lafayette looking for that first elusive win over the Cajuns, but it will have to wait at least another year. Louisiana a winner tonight by a final score of 24-7. The Texas State Bobcat football season is presented by H-E-B.
We're the Wilsons, and these are Slayton Bakery's vanilla wafers. Our homemade wafers have brought people together since 1923. It was here in this bakery where my grandparents met and fell in love. And ever since, people have fallen in love with our wafers because we make them our way from scratch, starting with great local ingredients. I guess H-E-B felt the love too. They picked us as a Quest for Texas Best winner. This is the Best in Texas department at H-E-B.
Look for these and other great Primo picks at H-E-B.
Let's go, bud. Right here.
Be awesome to have this guy around all the time.
Let's go, Bud Light here.
Bud Light's all around.
Let's go, Bud Light here. Let's go, Bud Light here. Let's go, Bud Light here. Let's go, Bud Light here.
I was wrong. This is where you belong. Now go before I change my mind.
Let's go, Bud Light here. Let's go, Bud.
Here's to the friends you can always count on.
What do I like about Texas State?
People watching on the quad.
I love that we can express ourselves.
Our campus is so beautiful. Bobcat football. The glass bottom boat.
Our professors are amazing. When I see Old Main, I know I'm home.
We're the only university in Texas to graduate a U.S. president. Downtown San Marcos is practically on campus.
Our Tech Library. Soapbox Derby.
I'm doing amazing research.
I'm definitely jumping in the river at graduation.
I'm just proud to be a Bobcat.
Can I say all my favorite things?
Our goal now is to try to transform the players in our program into a better football program, a better football team. An accountability level that's off the charts.
Here they are, your Texas State Bobcats.
Coming out of the game, after about halfway through the first quarter, through probably the last drive or two of the fourth quarter, I thought we played pretty well on defense. I thought defensively it was one of our better efforts. We didn't start off fast enough, but from, again, about the midway through the first quarter till maybe the next to the last drive on defense, I thought we played winning football. Offensively, we can't kill ourselves. We had 2 turnovers that were in our territory that really put our defense in a bind. and we turned the ball over in the tight red zone going in, which if we scored there, the score is 14-7 at halftime. So anytime you have 3 turnovers against a good football team, you're probably not gonna win. But I'm really proud of the effort. Really, there's some really good efforts on both sides of the ball. Well, the first drive, we got caught on a big play, and we didn't bounce back from it. The second drive is a turnover down there on the 38-yard line. That's, pretty tough on them. It's hard when you're put in those situations to go and say you're going to get a stop. We did after the strip fumble in the third quarter, I believe fourth quarter, we held them to a field goal. I think our kids are on defense again, they've played in the system a year now. We're so much better statistically defensively than we were a year ago because our guys are a year ahead. Hopefully this time next year our offense will be better because they've been a year in the system. It'll be interesting to see, and hopefully we'll continue to prove defensively. Here's what you got to understand is you put a guy like that that's dynamic with his feet, then you got to account for him. And I'm not sure teams have accounted for Damon very much in the run game.
1st and 10, Bobcat 23. Taylor motions out of the backfield, and Jones firing up a deep ball to the far side. Has Morbely the catch in stride inside the 35-yard line and down to the Cajun 28.
That ball was in the air for 55 yards, and folks, Willie Jones could not have run the football down there and placed it any better in Thurman Morbely's awaiting arms.
You put a guy like Willie in there, do you rush him, do you go crazy rushing the passer on him? Because if you do, he's going to slip and find a seam and go hurt you for 10 or 15. On the read option, you got to make sure you got somebody on him. So I think, offensively our production goes up. How much does he help the rest of our guys get one-on-ones? Because they got to count for him. And that'll be interesting as we move forward. I think he did some good things. There's some things I wish we could have back. I wish we hadn't thrown the pass at 54 seconds for the interception. But I take blame for that. I should have called timeout and not even let the play happen. I tried to, and I couldn't get the timeout. So I wish we would have had that play back. But he did a lot of good things. So hopefully he'll continue to get better and we'll move forward.
Some beers have a lot of ingredients, a lot of different ingredients. Our beer is brewed with 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Here's to the beer you can always count on, brewed to be America's favorite light lager.
What do I like about Texas State?
People watching on the quad.
I love that we can express ourselves.
Our campus is so beautiful. Bobcat football. The glass bottom boat.
Our professors are amazing. When I see Old Main, I know I'm home.
We're the only university in Texas to graduate a U.S. president. Downtown San Marcos is practically on campus.
Our Tech Library. Soapbox Derby.
I'm doing amazing research.
I'm definitely jumping in the river at graduation.
I'm just proud to be a Bobcat.
Can I say all my favorite things? They're tenacious, driven. Honestly, I think they're fun. Their energy level is great. And like I said, it's thinking. The same pace, the same ideas, and they've got to be together. We have some finishers. They've just got some innate ability to know when to hit it and know how to finish. So I'm excited about the firepower.
getting ready for Coastal Carolina. They had a really, really good game. You watched the tape. They played really well against Appalachian State, made some big plays in the pass game, which is kind of unusual for a triple option team. But App made some mistakes, I think, back in coverage, missed some tackles, and they threw for 336 yards. So they have really, really, I think, one of the unique offenses in our league. I think they do a good job. Defensively, they're an even front team. You can see a lot of, guards covered, 2-2s, 2-7s. Plays a lot of quarters coverage, some 3-deep coverage. But when you look at them, you kind of see a young team trying to find its way. And I keep saying it, I've said this a couple of weeks, but this one for sure looks like a team a lot like us trying to find a way to get better. Anytime you play option football, you need that extra time, and you take that time sometimes in the spring, sometimes in the summer during camp. The thing that was really unique for us was to have this break between playing Thursday night, a bye week, and playing your next opponent. So we were able to use that last week and get 2 or 3 days. We've actually gotten 3 days ahead on them as far as schematics in the run game especially. But, yeah, it does help to have that time. We were able to get on the road a week ago Friday and Saturday, to be honest with you, and then this past Friday and Saturday. We were able to get out there and really Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we were able to get out and see a bunch of games, kind of make some more evaluations on some kids. Either say yes to some kids that are already on our list or add to our list of kids. So it was a very productive week for us. You go 7 or 8 weeks, straight weeks, 5 weeks of training camp, and you go right and play 7 or 8 games in a row. I think that's a lot for young kids. I used to, they hit the wall at some point in time with academics and school and study hall, and oh, by the way, go win your conference games too. I think it was good for those guys. After a while, you start seeing the back of their heads and because they're staring into nowhere. But I think it was good, and I think they're anxious to get back started and ready to go. Our goal now is to try to transform the players in our program into a better football program, a better football team. An accountability level that's off the charts.
So here's the dilemma. So white cleats, they make you look fast, right? But even when you put them on Reese's feet, you still look really slow. Let's go, Ben, man, Ben. What are you doing? Get down there. Come on, Quell. Elbows tight. Elbows tight. It looks like you got an injured arm or something. Why are you holding that arm all weird? When it was me, when I don't wear pants like that, I felt skinny. You know what I mean? The tighter my pants were, the skinnier I felt. Pump up, pump up. Let's go, bend, Nick, bend. You gotta work on bending. Hey, we're offense. Oh, okay. Let me see. 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 Ooh, Yannick! Yannick, get your hands inside, bro! You gotta lift, man! Let's go, Taylor, get your shoulders down! Get your shoulders down! Yes, sir! Nice job, nice, nice, nice! That's a make! Come on, do it again, full speed. Get two on the ground, hurry up. Far near, lift. There you go, Josiah, nice job! Hey, man, you gotta get your shoulders down. You're hitting everything with your chest, that's why you lost the damn circuit drill. All right? You hit them with your chest, you're done. Get your shoulders down and start. Let's go. We're too high. We're too high. We're too damn high. Let's go, Craig. Be sudden. Right at your stance. 1, 2. 1, 2. Lift. Get the hips. Bring the hips. Bring the hips. Bring the hips. There you go, Charlie. That's better. Spencer, you're moving at the speed of smell, man. Let's go. That's better. Now lift through it. Lift through it. Do it again. You're sloppy. You're sloppy. You don't have time to take big step, man. You're playing semi. That's better. That's better. Much better. Hey, you're thinking way too much, Tanner. You're thinking. It looks like you're analyzing the whole dang block. That second step, get all those cleats in the ground, and that's power.
Bobcats, make sure to show your love and follow the Bobcats on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and their YouTube channel.
Show off your tailgating skills and team pride, and you could win a $100 HEB gift card and bragging rights. To participate, all you have to do is show your team spirit by decking out your tailgate site and displaying HEB products in a creative way.
What do I like about Texas State? I love that we're close to Austin and San Antonio.
The observatory, great stargazing.
Our tech library.
Our professors are amazing.
Our round theater building.
People watching on the quad.
We're the only university in Texas to graduate a U.S. president. Our campus is so beautiful.
I love our flexible class schedules.
Saving turtles at the Turtle Crossing.
Downtown San Marcos is practically on campus.
The new labs at Star Park.
I love that we can express ourselves. Grabbing lunch at Jones.
Bobcat football. The glass bottom boat.
Soapbox Derby.
I'm doing amazing research.
I love the squirrels around campus.
I love exploring new ideas at Common Experience.
When I see Old Main, I know I'm home.
The courtyard at Taylor Murphy.
I love our student art gallery.
Climbing the rock wall at the rec center.
I'm definitely jumping in the river at graduation.
I'm just proud to be a Bobcat.
Can I say all my favorite things?
The Bobcats return for the bye week and play their first game in 16 days this Saturday against Coastal Carolina. For more on the Sunbelt newcomers, we are joined by Joe Cashin from the Chanticleer Sports Network. And Joe, thanks for joining us. Let's start by getting some background on this program. A successful run of the FCS in a short amount of time, but then the Chanticleers make the move to the FBS and then the Sunbelt Conference. What made this the right move for Coastal Carolina?
Well, thanks for having me on, Brad. It's good to have you guys on the schedule and looking forward to the football game. But we started in 2003 and had a nice beginning to the program and had a nice run at FCS. And then along in 2015 or so, Carl Denson kind of made the reached out to Coastal a little bit to our athletics director, Matt Hogue, and they chatted a little bit. He came for a site visit, and then one thing led to another pretty quickly, and the invitation was extended, which we accepted on September 1st of 2015. And I think regionally it's a good fit. I think a lot of our athletic programs are competitive right away. Obviously, football is starting up this year for the first time, struggling a little bit at the outset, but I have no doubt that we'll get better. But I think in a lot of ways it's a good fit for Coastal Carolina to be in the Sun Belt.
Joe, looking at this year's team, Coastal Carolina just 1-6, but very competitive for those losses by 8 points or less, to include a 37-29 defeat at Appalachia State this past weekend. How encouraging has it been to see the Chanticleers compete in games like that?
Very encouraging, because we know that personnel-wise we still need to get out there and hit the recruiting trail and get guys that can play at the FBS level. And that's one thing that we really found out. The margin for error against FBS teams, no matter what they are, I mean, they may not be college football playoff bound teams, but they still have 85 scholarship kids. That's not something we're used to playing. Last year we played a relatively simple FCS schedule, against 63 scholarship teams. And now that we've made that jump, we can't afford to make mistakes. And you mentioned the close losses. Absolutely. 4 of them by one possession. Appalachian State just this past Saturday had a great chance to win that game, but we had a couple of turnovers. They didn't turn the ball over. We had 1 or 2 more penalties than they did, and it all adds up to a one-possession loss. So, we know we've got some ground to make up, but we are right in there in most of these games, which is encouraging.
A big game for the offense this past week against Appalachian State. Quarterback Tyler Keene threw for over 300 yards, and running back Oshamar Abercrombie, by the way, one of the more fun names to say in the Sun Belt, added another rushing touchdown to his season total. What makes this offense click?
It depends on what game you're looking at, honestly. I mean, one week it's the running game, the next week it's the passing game. Jamie Chadwell's our interim head coach, and he came to us from Charleston Southern, and he runs a lot of triple option concepts. And if we get the run game going, that kind of sets up the pass. But as you mentioned, Appalachian State's a terrific defensive football team. It was kind of difficult for us to get untracked in the running game. So Tyler Keene went up top and had a career passing day against App, and had some wideouts that got open. Kyon Tyler, 141 yards receiving in the game, had a big 73-yarder, which really got us back into the game after we got down early. Malcolm Williams had a couple of big catches and a touchdown for us, but we kind of like to be balanced. It's either run if we can do that, it's throw if we can do that. So, and we haven't been terribly consistent, honestly, in either one so far, but probably going to see a good dose of both of those here tonight.
Joe, the numbers tell us Coastal Carolina's defense has struggled this season, giving up close to 40 points per game. Where do you see room for improvement on that side of the football?
Well, and you guys are in the same boat, and I'm going to talk about turnovers, and that is forcing turnovers. We have not been able to do that. I don't care what's going on. It's crazy. 4 turnovers forced this year. Coastal and Texas State would be tied. If Coastal were eligible for FCS stats, would be tied for last in FBS football and FBS in terms of turning people over. We got to get some of those easy scores, which we just have not been able to get. I mean, our offense is having to drive the field every time they get their hands on the ball. So we've got to figure out a way to strip somebody, get a bounce here or there, have some sort of crazy deflection, intercept a pass, do something, force a turnover, and I think we would get a whole lot better on that side of the ball in a hurry. But, we just have not been able to do it.
This is an important game coming up on Saturday. Both teams are 1-6. Neither has won since week 1, and both are looking for their first win in Sun Belt play this season. First off, Joe, what impressions do you have of Texas State, and how well do you feel the Chanticleers stack up against the Bobcats?
I watched some of Texas State against Louisiana a couple of weeks ago. I guess that was you guys' last game. I watched some of that, and I think I like Texas State's quarterback. I like him. He's a good athlete. I think he's going to be pretty good by the time it's all said and done. But I think the teams match up fairly evenly. I mean, you look at the records; they're the same. You mentioned neither team has won since week 1. I think it'll come down to who makes the fewest mistakes in this kind of game, who gets off to a good start, who can get the momentum going, and which team can feel good about itself. From the outset, the quickest in this game. And, both teams desperate for a win, desperate to feel good about something. Mistakes and who gets rolling first, I think, will be key.
Thanks again to Joe Cashin for the Chanticleer Sports Network, and that will do it for this week's show. I'm Brian Freeman, reminding you to trust the path. We'll see you next time.